Welcome to Adjusted Reality, a podcast series trusted by the adjusted and brought to you by the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress. This is a special solo cast episode to recap season 4. Can you believe it? We're in season 4. And as a special bonus today, we're going to discuss a fairly common and growing issue called SAD, Seasonal Affective Disorder. What it is, how to recognize the signs and symptoms, and ways that you can combat SAD this holiday season. Well, we have just rounded out season 4 with 7 inspiring episodes from major thought leaders in multiple areas of life. Now, let's quickly recap this past season. And don't forget to go back and tune in, share, rate, and review your favorite episode. So we kicked it off with the 12-hour walk with explorer Colin O'Brady. Colin is a 10-time world record-breaking explorer. And he shared wonderful stories from his new book, The 12-Hour Walk. Invest one day, conquer your mind, and unlock your best life. Don't miss that one. Contain and eliminate chiropractic's scary past and promising future with Dr. Luz Bartelli. This episode was one of our top podcasts for Adjusted Reality, so you are not going to want to miss this very exciting triumph story and how less than 6 decades ago, mainstream medicine plotted to completely eradicate the chiropractic profession. It is a story that you're going to want to share with your friends, your family, and anyone that you can think of that would not have been where they are today without chiropractic care. The connection between the spine and the muscle function with Dr. Heidi Havoc was another chart-breaking episode for Adjusted Reality. Dr. Havoc talks about how our body works as a total unit, the connection between the spine and muscle function, and ways to optimize your muscle function as it relates to your overall wellness. Now, I'm going to tell you, this episode is going to make you stop, contemplate the brain, the spine, the muscle connection in a totally different way. No man left behind. A veteran's powerful story with Dr. Tony Brooks. As an author, a chiropractor, and a former member of the 75th Ranger Regiment, Dr. Brooks uncovers the untold story of the Rangers' unrelenting search for Marcus Luttrell, the Navy SEAL lone survivor in Afghanistan. If you have a veteran or an active duty military in your life, please, this is a wonderful podcast for them to listen to. And anybody who is supporting our veterans and our active duty military, we give you thanks, we appreciate you, and we hope that you enjoy the Dr. Tony Brooks episode. Now, power up your endurance with professional athlete Zach Bitters. As an extremely successful ultramarathoner, yes, someone who runs 50 to 100 miles. That takes grit and resilience. How does he do it? And do it in amazing speed and agility where he wins medals for it? Well, let me tell you, Zach takes us on this journey with him on his training, his nutrition, and some key recovery tips for maximizing performance. You do not want to miss this because you don't have to be a runner to enjoy this podcast. In fact, the tips he shares are life-changing tips that apply not only to exercise, but to maximize your living. From disease to doctor with Mr. Universe, Dr. Chris Zano. This episode reveals the successes of former Mr. America and Mr. Universe, and also the trials as he struggled through an incurable disease. This is an episode that will inspire all, but especially those that may be suffering with challenges in their health right now. Octopus on a treadmill. Yes, you can only picture that. This is women's success, health, and happiness with our UK hostess, Gifty Enright. She's absolutely fantastic. It's our final episode to round out season 4 by talking with this author and international speaker about holistic healing and how to incorporate it into your life for overall wellness. And we all know we're juggling. And I can say I often feel that I only wish I was an octopus. And yes, an octopus on a treadmill gives the right visual when you hear this final episode. Now, with all these episodes in mind and the health and wellness tips you've learned, let's now move into another topic that can often play a role during the holiday season: SAD. SAD stands for Seasonal Affective Disorder, and it is a mood disorder characterized by depression that often occurs right around this time and around the same time every year. Take note, seasonal affective disorder typically occurs in climates where there is less sunlight at certain times of the year. Having come back from Alaska myself, I could see the dark and kind of that gloominess set in, and it does change how you see things. Now, as we enter into the winter season, here's some symptoms to look out for: moderate fatigue, depression, hopelessness, and some social withdrawal from your friends and family. If you're starting to notice these things, that's when we need to reach out to get the help that we need. And oftentimes, treatment will include things like light therapy, talk therapy, and chiropractic care. It's important, however, to first understand why and then what you can do to help yourself move through this type of depression. In 2020, the Journal of Psychiatric Research outlined unprecedented changes in the global burden of depression. From 1990 to 2017, the incident cases worldwide amplified from 172 million to 258 million. Well, that's actually representing an increase of 49.8%. Recognizing it, understanding it, and then asking for help. Particularly relevant in chiropractic clinics, symptoms of back, joint, and limb pain can accompany depression. So it's very highly common that first signs and symptoms become that unfortunate back pain, joint pain, and limb pain. So chiropractic care influences, as you all know, the nerves, the muscles, and the skeleton as a system that works in function. And we're trying to reduce joint pain, which will accompany or exacerbate depression. A 2020 literature search outlined in Acta Biomedica concluded that chiropractic and spinal manipulative therapy, also known as an adjustment for chiropractors out there listening and for their patients, along with the vagal nerve stimulation, that be regarded as care options for those that are suffering with SAD. With these alarming statistics in mind, we want you to send off this holiday season knowing you're supported and cared for. We are here for you as a resource and as an advocate for your health and well-being. If you find yourself experiencing SAD this season, take time to reflect inward, slow down, sit with your thoughts, get present in the moment. And as one of our first guests in episode 1, Deepak Chopra, always remembering the power of breathing. So it's that opportunity for you to reflect and get the help that you need when you need it. It is absolutely our pleasure at Adjusted Reality to really be able to help you adjust what's happening in your life so that your reality only gets better and better. Well, I want to thank you for tuning into this episode of Adjusted Reality as we review the key takeaways from our best season yet. And that's because of you, the listener. And all the research behind seasonal affective disorders and ways to overcome it this holiday season. We sincerely appreciate the support of this podcast community and the guests who have shared their wisdom along the way. As we take a short break, don't go too far. Yes, we will be back with a star-studded lineup for season 5 in the brand new year. We look forward to bringing more insightful wellness conversations in 2023. This podcast was brought to you by the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress and is a special gift during this holiday season. Because you're listening today, you can visit f4cp.org/health to get a copy of our Beyond Recovery ebook, which focuses on how chiropractic improves quality of life measures such as balance, stability, flexibility, and overall activities of daily living. Now, don't forget to subscribe, share the podcast, please, with your friends and family. Rate and review. It's the holiday season. It's the season to share. So please do share this podcast. No better way to bring in 2023. Now, if you're feeling inspired to learn more about chiropractic or to find a doctor of chiropractic for you, near you, or for someone that you love and care about, you can easily visit f4cp.org/find-a-doctor. We appreciate your support and look forward to checking in with you again in 2023.